Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MOUSESTEPS.com.
And this is episode number 380.
380.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI-Travel and MouseFan There is a special package offer for much of 2021, bumping up into the 50th anniversary. So, but it's a lot of the year. So if you can check that out over at the MEI and MouseFan website.
And also, I've heard they're doing some donations to various charities.
Yes, if you book this year, it goes to Make-A-Wish, to Give Kids the World, and to Best Friends, all, equally.
That's great.
Yeah, and they always do donations and such.
So we're going to start the show here at Disney's Yacht Club Resort.
We have done a lot of resorts in the past couple weeks.
We're about to show them. On this show, there'll be a ton of resorts.
A lot of the resorts, mostly the deluxe resorts, have gingerbread and other special items, including that beach club carousel. And while you don't have a beach club carousel or a yacht club train this year, at least you can take a little something home.
Yeah, I like that little miniature version that we just saw. That was very nice.
I mean, I brought home a contemporary gingerbread kit today, although it looks like I have to get some items to actually build it, or we could just eat
Battery's
it.
Not included, huh?
It looks like it. It looks like I need confectioner sugar and eggs, which I have, and a couple other things. So here is the tree for Disney's Yacht Club Resort. We picked up some food at Ale and Compass.
Nice breakfast, and you can see we have it's a nautical theme with all sorts of different boats.
I just would say we have not been to Kona Cafe and Ale and Compass as much as we have in the last couple months.
But we're never eating in there. It's
right.
Always takeaway. I remember this was a very cold day in the high 40s. I think it was like 47, 48, and we had our breakfast out here.
And today I had Kona Cafe. I got macadamia nut pancakes.
Chili breakfasts.
It's been really, I like the mobile order to go on some of the table service.
Oh, yeah. So now we're taking a quick look at Epcot.
Me.
Oh, I see that you always manage to get into the shot. But we're looking at the Christmas tree, the back angle. I hadn't shown all of this yet this year, so just a quick, we decided to go into Epcot instead of going over to Universal Studios, which it was incredibly crowded last week.
Yeah, Universal has been, really, they've sold out days quite a bit lately. So we went, a lot of times we go in either early, or mostly early. Like today I went to the Magic Kingdom early. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes we'll go later in the day.
So here is another look at Harmonious. I know you covered it last week. I just want to show you could see in the concept art there how you have the different barges, the 4 barges. I'm going to pan up, and this is the exact same shot that you were looking at that sign. So you really get an idea. There is the left barge, and then there'll be one in the middle and blocking the American Adventure. You'll have one on the right and one behind that, and they will all have fountains. So hopefully it'll be very soothing.
Well, I'm glad that I have pictures, looking across the lake. I'm hoping it will be a good show, but all I keep thinking about is tacos, and I probably said that the last time.
Yes, it does look like a giant taco.
That's a taco.
Maybe you're just hungry.
No, I'm not, and so
I'm just showing it. It was not crowded. We rope dropped the park wasn't even officially opened at this time. I think it was supposed to open at noon, and this was like 11:15 or so.
And I like in the Canada Pavilion, the little green alien popcorn bucket had a mask on it. Plus,
very
he was
good.
holding
very safe. He's being safe.
Plus, he was holding a Canadian flag. I like to rope drop the parks anytime we can. I mean, that's nice. We could walk around World Showcase before.
Right, it's very nice they let you in so early, And Fish and Chips here, the Fish and Chips shop, is open 7 days a week now.
Yeah, we haven't gone there, but I'm glad it is, and I hope it stays that way.
So last time we were looking for the cavalcades, we had quite the time. We spent hours and hours waiting. This day we spent zero effort trying to see the cavalcades.
Well, I wouldn't have
We
waited.
saw all 3 just like boom, boom, boom. So your method is the smart method. You just go and enjoy the day,
yes.
And they will come to you most of the time.
Well, eventually, if you're walking around World Showcase, you will eventually see them. And the earlier the better. You can see that there's almost nobody here at this point.
Right. Well, this was right at opening. So I think,
was it
again,
right?
Yeah, and this was, I guess it was noon.
Oh, okay. Well, and here is not too long after that was no Pluto. We didn't see Pluto on
Yeah,
this
Pluto
day.
was taking a little
A nap.
vacation day this day.
And so we saw Goofy and Mickey and Minnie, and they were coming down. And we did see them, all of the cavalcades in very short order. And it was good. Like, I guess they go this way the first early.
Mm-hmm.
And when we waited that one time, we waited further, more towards Japan.
Right.
And they weren't going that way at that time.
These two cavalcades start at Morocco and go all the way around into Norway. And then Santa Claus starts at Norway and goes to Morocco for the first one. So whatever, if it's 11 o'clock opening, that'll happen. Or if it's 12 opening, it'll
Towards
happen
that time.
Correct. And it's Santa Claus here right outside the Morocco pavilion.
And it's always, we see Santa all the time at this point.
Santa, I've never seen more, ever.
I haven't, because we never really wait for him. We have visited him in the last 10 years or so.
Well, he always had a
often.
super long line, especially here at Epcot.
Right. And so, we see him at Disney Springs and all the parks, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And he did wave to us. I think at one point he actually, there he goes.
And we're going to show just a little bit of Morocco. Morocco now is run by Disney, and I think this was pretty much due to the pandemic. And so not everything is open. If you look back into the pavilion, I think pretty much nothing there is open.
Right. All those little shops that would sort of be selling leather goods and things, all of that for now temporarily are closed.
And so Spice Road Table it has reopened with a new menu. And then you saw Gifts of Morocco was open. So the menu, it's sort of similar to what it was before. You have the hummus fries and some of the same type of items. Now, what you don't see here are those full-size plates of food that Spice Road Table was selling. And I don't think they do reservations anymore. But it will be interesting to see what happens. I think that you will be seeing, a combination of authentic merchandise as well as probably like Aladdin and Jasmine type stuff. I think that's what you're going to be seeing in those shops.
I would like to ask them if you can order to take out, because we can order you know how you do the mobile orders and things. I would love to try that food and then sit in the old dining area of the Tangerine Cafe.
Right, maybe at some point we can ask. And here is Mariachi Cobre.
The Christmas version.
The Christmas version, and they have they had two
Couple
dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this was very nice. They also have now the Jameters, who we didn't see, are on the Canadian stage, and then you also have the Voices of Liberty playing here, and so kind of a they alternate.
I was really impressed. I thought they did an awesome job. And this is a quick look at the Christmas decorations in the France pavilion.
That was a very quick
quick. Very quick.
That was the quickest look ever.
We have a lot to get to on this week's show.
We have a lot of stuff.
And we're looking at some more things here at the France, little details of the Paris area.
Well, I just love it. I miss Paris so much right now. And I just like how some of the artwork, you're looking at what they're painting.
It's the River Seine right there. Very realistic.
I don't think it's quite that way.
And now we're up on the Skyliner looking down to take a look at the construction of the new area.
The new area, of the France area, where Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will be, plus the creperie. And then there's the merchandise shop down there to the left. There's a little merchandise. It's a merchandise kiosk.
And you're about to see the fountain is going full force. The fountain has been running for a while, so I guess they're really trying to get that to be working fully.
I would love to know when. I assume they know kind of when they plan to open, and I'm hoping it will be like spring.
Didn't they say spring? I thought?
No, they haven't said anything.
Said an official...
It was supposed to be summer 2020, and of course, with everything closing, that didn't happen.
So it was the 1-year anniversary of the opening of Disney's Riviera Resort. So we took the Skyliner over there to see if there was anything special and to try a little treat.
I cannot believe that it's been a year now.
I know.
Because I remember going to the event for when it opened, and then also the Grand Destino.
And we're looking at the Christmas decorations in the lobby. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, very low key. Like some resorts are, but really nice. And we were, we were just stopping by, we were looking in the shop, and we got a couple surprises out of this day.
Right. Well, here is a little anniversary celebration with the
the
balloons.
surprise.
Well, yes, I didn't expect to see the specialty balloons. I did expect the treat, and this is a nice little area that we often go to have whatever treat that we purchase.
Or if we were getting regular food, this is a terrific area.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve, right? And so we were here, and we got this. They're the cream puffs.
Anniversary cream puffs.
Profiteroles, is that how you say it? And so it's the first anniversary. I don't know if they will be selling that anymore, but it's really good. It had chocolate and a little, really more than a hint of coffee.
And you can see some well-known characters there. As a matter of fact, as we left the spot where Goofy is where we were enjoying our little dessert, as soon as we walked out, Goofy came running in, and we didn't have any idea that this was going to happen.
Well, we were finishing up the cream puffs. We'll call it just the cream puffs. We saw the characters, and it's like, I was like, Jeff, characters. I just was not expecting them.
So we popped up.
Yes, well, a couple minutes later. And then all of a sudden, then Goofy took our spot. So I thought that was it. I guess he was waiting for us, and they didn't tell us.
Yeah, no one asked us to leave. What if we were just getting there or something? I would have been happy to give my spot to Goofy.
And so we went downstairs, and this is part of Caravanning Around the World. And it's pretty new, like in the last couple of weeks, where characters, they get on this bus, and we're going to show it, or RV, and they go to different resorts. And there is Goofy. I really like this angle.
Yeah, he was waving to you at this point.
I like
You're taking pictures.
I like this angle. The Caravanning Around the World, they bring the characters to the resorts, and it looks like it's Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, and I forget if anybody else is on that. Pluto. Oh,
maybe
Mickey,
Donald.
Minnie,
we'll
maybe.
Find out when we see the
when
the
we
bus.
see the RV. Yeah. So we went into the boutique, and the resorts are generally not too busy during the afternoon, which is why I like to do like mornings or late, kind of off hours of the parks.
I love how Goofy knows to duck down so he doesn't hit his hat on the doors. Goofy, for a Goofy character, he's pretty smart.
And there is, oh yeah, I see Donald Duck's name. So it's not like all the characters. It looks like it's like 5 or 6 of them only that go probably to the resorts. But it's been a long time since we've seen the characters show up at the resorts at all. They used to do that, but at that time they had cut the early morning hours.
I like how Donald signed it, Donald Duck number 1. Number 1 duck.
I know you like to tell them that. So, and then it says "See you real soon" on the back. It's really fun. And then we stopped by Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Yeah, we were close enough.
No characters, but we just wanted to look at the decorations.
That would have been funny if the characters went there next, and there we are again.
And maybe
although we kept our distance, we weren't, close to them really.
And I think the decorations here are some of my favorite. I just think they're really beautiful, for the resort itself, and lots of Christmas trees, lots of garland.
I like the colors, a lot of purple in there.
And then I like the tree toppers. I don't know if you'll show those or not. And then we went into the shop, and you can see the little Baby Yoda there. And then, was it the same day we went to Disney's Hollywood Studios?
It was.
I don't remember.
We went to Disney's Hollywood. No. Okay, this is a different day. I
don't remember.
We parked at Hollywood Studios, and we saw the Soul billboard here. And we did see the film already. We had an advanced screener. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
And I thought it was really good. I'm going to watch it again tomorrow just for the review purposes. And I actually do remember now that this is a different day because the sky is so blue.
Right.
And the other day was so gray.
And this was actually another very cold day in the 40s, so we decided to hold off on Disney's Hollywood Studios until later on. And we went for a little walk over to Disney's BoardWalk Resort.
And also because the parks are a little bit busier right now because
Especially
of the
first
holidays.
thing, yeah.
Right. Well, it depends on the park. Disney's Hollywood Studios, yes, like mornings I think are a little busier. So we went for a nice quiet walk.
And this is the Keister Coaster, the former clown version, back in June when we had our stay. This was when the parks weren't even open yet.
Yeah, and so the pool was actually pretty busy a lot of the time because there wasn't much else going on.
That was the only action was the pool.
The only recreation almost. So that was not the most popular pool theme, but now it's going to be Mickey and Friends, and some people like it, some people don't, and we're about to show that.
That's right. And this is the new style Mickey and Friends, not the classic. This is the ones that you would see from, the same ones from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
And this is, of course, Luna Park, which is the Disney's BoardWalk Resort main pool area. And you can see Mickey, Minnie, and then Goofy and Pluto, Donald, and I think Daisy also are on
we'll show
here.
some other angles. And just my first impression of it is I never thought I would miss the clown until I'm seeing this. This is nice, but the clown I think fit the theme of the resort. I kind of liked having a creepy clown, I know a lot of people were scared of it, and I posted a video and it was a mixed bag, but some people miss the clown and some people love this, so you just never know.
Right, and I'm not as big a fan of the new style Mickey and Minnie. I like the old style better.
Right.
But I like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. To me, is a fantastic attraction.
It is.
So even if they aren't my favorite Mickey and Minnie, I still can enjoy them. I didn't like the clown that much. It was kind of weird.
Well, I'm no fan of clowns
I know.
either. But, there are some very unique things at the Disney's Boardwalk Resort, including our favorite chairs
Right
up in the
inside.
lobby. So, it kind of fit the theme of that.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I liked clowns. So I think there was, somewhere,
Well, and plus my
I like
favorite
them.
rock band is Kiss,
Yes.
who many people think are clowns. So,
Do they?
Well, every time I say I'm not a fan of clowns, they'll bring that up. So I
okay.
have to defend it.
So anyway, we're looking at the Keister Coaster. We're looking at the design on it. It was almost done, and
I don't think there's all that much more to it except for turn on the water and start sliding down the slide.
The pool was open. Not every. It was nice. Like the pool was.
I would
open.
have wished for something a little more ambitious, personally, something 3D like
right,
the clown.
But that's what it is
That's what
for
you
now.
get, and like it.
That's what it is for now. So.
Back to Christmas. We're looking at the Christmas tree here at the Boardwalk. And now we're over at Disney's Art of Animation to check out the Christmas tree there. And also we're looking at just outside at the pool. Not a lot of takers. It was a good time to show the pools because there was like one person in the pool. One brave soul.
Yes, it was very chilly. I just enjoy, though, again, the resorts in the late morning, afternoons, not too busy. You can get something to eat. We do that quite often, actually. And then the Christmas tree is a Christmas tree, if you've been over to Disney's Art of Animation Resort for the holidays. It is, you've got in the tree, you've got the kind of the artwork.
I love it. I think this is one of my favorite trees of all. I always like a tree that kind of sparkles like this, in a white tree. I've never had one in my life in my house, so it's just unique.
Mm-hmm. And of course, above it is the chandelier that is an animation. The animation chandelier that a lot of them are signed now, and so anyway, we're still looking at the tree.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I actually, you know what? I don't know if while we're looking at this, we're going to look at the Pop Century tree,
That's
which
right.
I actually quite like, and I think they redid that one in the last year or two.
Yeah, that looked different. This is the same design with basically what you're seeing in the lobby.
Yeah, I don't think this one has changed too much. There's that chandelier. You have, like the Ariel one is signed by Jody Benson.
Right, and John
then
Lasseter still has one that's signed.
Right, so there's a bunch of them, as you've had artists and actors and directors and such visit the resort. They have signed.
0 takers in the pop
You like
pool.
to show nobody's in that pop.
I love it. Normally I don't show the pool because I don't want to show a lot of people running around in bathing suits.
Yeah, this is actually a great time to get those pool
right,
shots.
That's
yes.
right.
So anyway, I think this actually changed last year, this tree, as far as the decorations. And in the last couple of years, most of the resorts seem to have refreshed their decorations.
Yeah, because I didn't see it in person last year, so this was totally new to me. I thought it was very nice.
And I did see it last year, and I think that, again, that was the first year that we saw kind of those elves and these Santas. I actually really like the theme of the tree. I think it's really fun.
Well, they sort of fit the theme of the resort. You have stuff, you have, different ornaments from the 30s and 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Well, and also you see those.
Well, 30s
the
and
records.
40s would not be, would they?
No,
The resort starts at the 50s. What am I thinking?
that was going to be this is the legendary years was going to be.
Ah, you could save me there.
See,
yes,
right.
the legendary years. Almost forgot.
Remember when instead of Disney's Art of Animation Resort, they were going to have the legendary years. Like, this is a Pop Century Classic years, and you were going to have like the beginning of last century.
The 1900s, the
Yes.
10s, the 20s, the 30s.
And I think this ended up being better. I think I really like Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one last look. This is at the little area where you're going out to the bus, the very sad bus that takes you, the Disney Express.
Oh, sad bus meaning you're going home.
Right. It's only sad
I was
one
like,
way.
why
It's
is the bus
happy. It's
sad?
happy when you're on the way to the park or on the way to the resort.
Guests are happy. And we also went to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We weren't here for very long.
Well, it looked fine at this point.
Well, this part was fine. It was a little busy for me.
Right.
And so we went and we saw Gertie.
Well, the last time we showed this during the day, it was a very dreary and cloudy day, so I used this opportunity to show a nicer day with these decorations.
I really love the Echo Lake area, and I know that nothing will take the place of the Osborne Lights,
Right.
which was such a popular, that and like Lights of Winter is still my favorite. But
and there's the Mandalorian.
Echo Lake's very nice, yes.
By the way, if you haven't seen this season, especially the last episode, you should go ahead and watch it right now. We'll understand.
And as we're walking in, I'm like,
This is where you said, okay, I've had enough. Let's
yeah,
go.
I was
It
done.
was very quick.
You know, the thing about, I think, the holidays right now is that we have a lot of tourists here, and they might want to spend all day, where locals, like, we can just pop in and out in an hour. And I think that a lot more guests are staying longer parts of the day.
Well, it worked out anyway, because as we were on our way out, we finally saw the Mickey and Friends cavalcade, which is it's the same cavalcade as a non-holiday season, but you have the holiday decorations in the background, so I count it as a holiday.
And we did walk through Star Wars Galaxy's Edge as well, and it was
packed.
It was pretty, I would say packed. It's not packed compared to what it used to be, but it was pretty busy. And you were going to get a Ronto wrap, but we saw the line. It was like...
There was no Ronto wrap for me.
You know what? I said you can get it in January, you know.
So this was actually the highlight of the day here. We went over to the Disney's Polynesian and got a citrus surfer to match the California version. It was kind of like being back at Trader Sam's. We drank it outside at the Tiki Terrace. It was very nice. And the drinks were good too.
I look forward to when Trader Sam's Tiki Terrace, at least. I know the indoor one could take longer, but it would be nice just to even have that outdoor area, open for guests.
Right, and these drinks were purchased, and you get the mug upstairs at the bar.
Tambu
Lounge.
This was today. I went to the Magic Kingdom early this morning. I have more than 21,000 steps on my feet today. I walked from the parking lot to the Magic Kingdom and then the Contemporary and then back.
Well, in my exercise defense, that first day that we saw, I had 23,000 steps.
I'm not done yet.
I know it's still early. It's only 2:44 as we're recording.
By noon, I had like 20,000. I thought that was pretty good. So we're just looking at the scrim. I thought that they did a really good job.
We showed it last week without the scrim, so it's nice to see the final version.
I think it looks really good. This was actually on my way out. I was there for about 1 hour, and this is what I mean about locals versus tourists. I think if you have a lot more tourists here, they're more likely to spend the whole day there at the parks, which is why the parks are even a little more crowded. I popped in early this morning.
Very early. I think you were there a little after 8 a.m.
Right, 8:15. I wish I had gotten there just a little earlier, because you can actually walk in probably by 7:45. So next time. And here are the Dapper Dans. I saw them. We're kind of going, I think, a little bit backwards
I'm
on my
showing
day.
it in the order of a normal guest walking around the park.
Okay. So, I saw the Dapper Dans for a minute, and that's one of those, I don't want to call it a cavalcade. It's but it's sort of in that vein.
It's a trolley ride.
It is a trolley ride, except we're not riding
Now,
the
is that the
trolley.
line for Space Mountain? all the way around by
that's
the launching pad?
yes,
Pad?
that's the line for Space Mountain.
That's,
I don't know how.
It's probably not as bad as it looks because of distance.
I found it very interesting this morning that certain attractions were really getting hit hard early. This is like 8:50. Well, it was not much after I got into the park.
And the facade is now
For It's a Small
fully
World, looks
refreshed.
really nice.
It looks beautiful, nicely painted. Last time I saw it, it still had the scrim over it.
And here, and like, I think the Haunted Mansion had no wait. So, like, Space Mountain, very busy. Little Mermaid, not that busy. Like, certain areas of the park were busier than others.
Space or Haunted Mansion?
Haunted Mansion didn't have much of a wait at this time.
I like the pan up to the birds.
I saw all these birds underneath the bridge, and I even took a picture of them. And then
Well, I could see the mansion back there. You know, first thing in the morning, the first hour to 2 hours, the mansion is usually pretty good.
But Space Mountain was really busy.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see what was busy very early and what was not yet busy.
I like
And
the
I
little
don't know
vehicle
I don't know
here
what's
on
going
the Rivers
on
of
here.
America.
Yeah, they're working on it, and I can't wait for the Liberty Bell to be back. You know, I would like to see the People Mover back. I'm really looking forward to the transportation aspect.
But it's a good time. It's a good time to get it refreshed at the moment.
And I don't know what's going on here. Well, I think
Well, not a lot
January
of takers because it was chilly.
Yeah, I guess so. There was like, look at all these
Empty logs.
Yeah, all these non-boat. Well, there's people on the guests on the ones below, but as the logs are coming down, I'm just like waiting for, a log with people. And
Yeah, I
there
think
was
the one
nobody
you're
on it.
going to show next
No,
was empty as well.
Yeah, it was empty, so I just thought that was funny. It was a beautiful day out, though.
Yeah,
This morning was
gorgeous,
really beautiful.
gorgeous. I wish I was able to get out there. I had to do work here at home. Oh, here we go. Disney's Contemporary Resort, the tree. I haven't even seen this in person yet.
I went to the various resorts, picked up treats, including just some items for my mom. And I just, she can't come here.
It's like
She's
the
not
Eiffel
coming here for the
Tower.
holidays.
It's like the Eiffel Tower from Soarin'
Oh,
there with
because
that
of the
wide angle.
Wide
in.
angle, yes, because that's what you need to get all of that in. And then you can see, this is really nice looking with the
Beautiful
Mickey. I wish it was sort of like with the poinsettias or, something red, but it still looks really nice.
And you sent me a video clip of you walking back on this path back to the car at the TTC, and you could hear the water pageant music.
Right, and the Electrical Water Pageant just started back on the Seven Seas Lagoon and Bay Lake yesterday, the 20th. And it was so weird. Like, I'm walking, and I was originally planning to take the monorail from the Contemporary and ended up just walking back. And so here is the water pageant. This is some of Disney's pictures, and it's really nice. I'm looking forward. We're staying on property
In a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks, and I'm looking forward to being able to see that again.
I cannot wait. And hopefully we'll see it in a few days, actually. This was the precursor to the Main Street Electrical Parade. I believe it started in 1971. It's been going a long time.
Well, I remember going as a kid to Walt Disney World starting in 1977 and seeing it.
And I saw it from inside Bay Lake. I would sit in the lake and then I'd put my ears under the water. And then you'd hear the boat's engine, and then you'd put your head up and then you hear the music. It was
back when you were,
back when
you
you
were
could
allowed.
swim in there. Yeah, it was nice water back then.
Well,
I wouldn't do it now.
No, well, yeah.
And anyway, that is another show. Thanks to our sponsor, MEI-Travel and Mousefan
Thanks to our sponsor. We really appreciate them. And if you're looking to go to Walt Disney World in 2021, check them out. If you book this year, you are also essentially making a donation because they will be giving part of the proceeds to, again, Give Kids World, Best Friends, and Make-A-Wish.
And speaking of Give Kids the World, before we are back for next week, it'll be Christmas night, and we are going to give kids the world on Christmas night to see the lights one last time this year.
3 million lights. If you are in the Walt Disney World area, that is really to me, that's the holiday event.
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
year.
I
There's
can't
some
think of
great
a place
stuff.
I'd rather be on Christmas night
Right.
than over there.
Right. It's been a few weeks since we've been over there, so I'm really
It's been
looking
over
forward.
a month.
Has it been?
Yes. Time
This-
goes by fast.
It actually had. This season has actually gone by really, really quick.
So we also have some other plans for this week. I believe we're going to go to Disney's Fort Wilderness like we usually do, but I think we're going Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Eve, and we'll see some of the lights over there, hopefully catch the water pageant, and have to keep that tradition alive. Sadly, there'll be no golf cart parade this year. But
Have they said that?
Yeah,
I
it's been
assume, I
announced.
assume
It has
that.
been announced. Yeah, so we'll do the best that we can.
And we may stop by Disney Springs. Everything depends on how busy things are, and we try to when we do go to the parks, we try to go at off times, and then at the resorts at as well at off times, not during the dinner hour or
Right.
when it's a little busier.
Yeah, hopefully starting in January, things will calm down a little bit around here. Won't
And
be as crowded.
And it's not that it's that crowded, it's just more crowded than it was like a couple months ago.
Right. Well, that's another show. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. We'll see you all next week. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and stay safe.
When's Christmas? It's
Before our
soon.
next
Oh my
show,
gosh.
this Friday, days from now.
I can't even think about that. Merry Christmas, everybody, and and then I don't have to say Happy New Year because that's like
We'll still have one show before then.
Okay.
See
All
ya.
right.
See ya next
Bye.
week.
Stay safe.